Mazarop like getting hard, that's the reason you call on God. I am the reason that you'll be calling off from that little stupid thing that you call a job. Baby girl, you know that this is the Mazarop, yeah. Alright now. Baby girl, you know that this is the Mazarop. That's right. Baby girl, you know that this is the Mazarop. You got a hard head because of your body soft. Any disagreements, I had to call it off. Wishing on a star like this was a Mazel talk. Baby, now you know that this is the Mazarop, yeah. The red and the blue pill just might be some Adderall. Gave me so sick and I don't need a Tylenol. Don't need your 2 cents, I ain't even asking y'all. Even if you give it, I am not mad at y'all. In this demonic world, it's raining cats and dogs, lions and tigers and bears and the rats and frogs, yeah. Just gotta ask if you motherfuckers mad or not. Cause y'all motherfuckers is living in Babylon, where everyone and their grandma gon' have it. God, everyone relationship getting sabotaged. It's that like music, I got a big catalog showing everything humanity getting wrong, yeah. We were just going in spirals and circles. I just think I had my eye on a Virgo. Trust me, my lady, like I wouldn't hurt you. I wanna merge you, what we created, the sky be purple. I ain't Harry Potter, but let me go get my magic wand. Baby girl, you know that this is the Mazarop voice. Baby girl, you know that this is the Mazarop like getting hard, that's the reason you call on God. I am the reason that you'll be calling off from that little stupid thing that you call a job. Baby girl, you know that this is the Mazarop, yeah. That's right. Baby girl, you know that this is the Mazarop, yeah. You know. Baby girl, you know that this is the Mazarop. You got a hard head because of your body soft. Any disagreements, I had to call it off. Wishing on a star like this was a Mazel talk. Baby, now you know that this is the Mazarop, yeah. It wasn't after like seeing shit after all. When you pass away, that's when your soul is passing off. I need a bitch, I don't need me a nagging broad. Need someone with me, I don't gotta act at all. Sappy or sexual, we gonna shadow box. Your little dreams always make me a magic eye, yeah. All your desires is built up, you had to stop. For real. Don't give a fuck about you or your little ratchet bra. Smoking on cabbage, back to back, dragging balls. Go to a whole nother world like an avatar. Girl, I'm a fertile, your eggs like this caviar. I'm the best singer and I'm the best rapper, y'all. I'm the best rapper, don't sound like he rap at all. Baby girl, you know that this is the Mazarop. Baby girl, you know that this is the Mazarop like getting hard, that's the reason you call on God. I am the reason that you'll be calling off from that little stupid thing that you call a job. Baby girl, you know that this is the Mazarop, yeah. Baby girl, you know that this is the Mazarop. Baby girl, you know that this is the Mazarop. You got a hard head because of your body soft. Any disagreements, I had to call it off. Wishing on a star like this was a Mazel talk. Baby, now you know that this is the Mazarop, yeah.
Whoop, whoop, whoop. Perpetual reminder that no matter how much others try and see the ugly in you, the true you will always shine. And those who you strike a chord with will see that, just like y'all see me. I hope you're ready. Welcome to Sagittarius season. This is going to move very fast, in that the time that's going to elapse is going to be relatively not any different than the time that elapses, but maybe our perception of it uniquely to you will be, you'll see. That's the thing about Sagittarius season. You see. It updates your eyes. Let's say that every Sagittarius season is a 30-day firmware update to update your optics. So in the light of this fire, enjoy the burning of all psychic attack you've ever received as you break through and be free. This pick a card reading, like every pick a card reading I do, is timeless. So this is going to be a very powerful activation of your power as you journey to ascension. I'm going to do 3 piles. And once we end this broadcast, the energy that we are focusing will release and you will immediately go into this. It'll facilitate everything you're already activating. On top of that, okay, so whether you watch this 2 years later, it'll be for you. Trust me, you watched this at the right time. You manifested this. Okay. That being said, this is your ascension into the most supernatural awareness that your body can sustain. By the time we come back here 2 years from now, 3 years from now, when the Sagittarius season is trining Saturn and Neptune in Aries, your development will be like so unrecognizable. But this marks an advent in you preparing to transcend everything you've ever known. Congratulations. Many people have died. You made it. Let the DNA within you express its true potential so that you may become limitless. All right, with that being said, many of you will go into the dream realm, and when you wake up, you're going to wake up in a new timeline. You're going to wake up in a new life, creating a new world. We do have, of course, the Demon Slayer deck, and the Tower card is talking about, like a flash, lightning will strike and change everything. Your job is to adapt. Whether it's good or bad depends literally on you. And so this tower moment is the lightning Shazam flash that will strike you with the power of the gods. And not only that, this puts you in a position to gain so much enlightenment in such a quick time. It's going to facilitate all the latent power and energy within you that will balance with everything that you have been learning and recognizing and needing context for. So be very mindful of that as well. This is going to be very quick. This is like winning the lottery unexpectedly or having an unexpected pregnancy. Regardless, it's not going to be a situation that you can't really overcome. It's how you overcome it. Okay. So just keep that in mind. This is not a bad thing at all. This is in the context of a superpower activation, a quick, sudden awakening of power. In other words, what's going to happen within the next like 5 hours, if not the next like 30 minutes, is the way you're going to activate this power. Boom. If we pulled any other card, like if it was the moon, you would go to sleep, you would have a dream. Tower card, boom, instantly. This is Mars. Mars is in Gemini. And so this is probably going to be a mental realization. But yeah, all right, let's do this. The message that you get, even if you watch this in the morning, the message that you get moving from this, keep this in your mind and heart. Impress this in your subconscious. Just let it cycle and cycle and cycle and cycle, and let your subconscious take it in and create your outer world. So for those of you if you're watching this in a day, do it all day. And then right before you go to sleep, you can do this in any way. You can repurpose this message in any way. Go to sleep with it. Congratulations. All right, let's do this. So the underlying theme, are you ready? We do have the magician. This is a full-on actualization of your own unique ability. So you have many powers. You have many skills. Everyone has clairvoyance. Everyone has water bending, fire bending. Then you have fire benders who specialize in fire bending. Everyone has air. Everyone has earth. Everyone has psychic powers, some stronger than others. But you have a unique ability. You have a way to bring all of that together to express the uniqueness of your personality. The message here is saying that you right now have everything you need to move forward. You have done all the work to get to this position to finally move forward and activate your power. Many of you have been studying it and learning it with Saturn and Aquarius, giving you this knowledge relative to 30 plus year cycles of downloading this through your DNA. And so this is blossoming. And not only is this blossoming, you're using your unique skills to get through the challenges that you have. Okay. This is so beautiful. This is so beautiful. So you're, as the magician, creating the how and the why. Okay. So we have power one, or card one. You know what? Let's add a flavor to it. Okay, we'll do one. Then the second card we're going to pull is, what's the breakthrough message for you? And then what's the outcome? Bet. I like it. I like it a lot. Bonus card is the Hangman. So the Hangman is saying what I suspected and confirmed here. This is you activating this. Hangman means you don't have to know how to do it. The way you're going to know how to do it is to just surrender into the moment and let it happen, because you're transcending a non-material aspect of yourself that will do it through you. So this is basically just saying surrender. You're already doing this. There's no right or wrong way to do this. And if anything, you're going to gain the final perspective of how this is going to lead you into this. The hangman is very crucial here in a superpower activation as it comes before death. And this literally speaks of awakening. Okay. So your innate technique is awakening. Congratulations. You're going to spend the rest of this season, or those of you watching this, you're going to spend the next amount of time after activating this innate technique, creating and mastering it. If you're watching this now, by the end of Sagittarius season, power you're activating now, you will have mastered and you'll take into Capricorn season through the final boss battle. All right, let's do this. Pile number 1. So, what superpower are you activating? Shout out to Avery Crane. We have death. You're activating the power of death. You might be a reaper, but this is more so also the power of transformation, regeneration. If you picked pile 1, you might be a transformer. You might have a transformation state that you can sustain where you actually transform your physiology or you transform your personality or different modes of such. This is also your ability to transform others. Some of you literally also have the power to cause death, induce death, sense death. Someone said exorcist. You can apply these powers in exorcisms. You can manifest a death aura. You can induce death once again. There's so many limitless expressions of this. You can bring new life. Some of you have resurrection powers. This is in a psychological way, once again, where you can induce transformation psychologically and heal people of mental illnesses. This is going to definitely take you to a darker place in people's psyches. Okay, but this is still very powerful. This is still very, very, very powerful because it definitely marks this nature of how you personally are, if you picked pile 1, stepping into a form that is completely unrecognizable from who you are. So if you pick pile 1, this is facilitated by a complete transformation that will pretty much activate this. So the breakthrough, oh no, okay. So the breakthrough that we have for you is the world. You've come into completion. This transformation is happening because you've come into the full completion of your lessons and everything that you've learned. Okay. And this is you really applying everything you've learned to operate on this next level. So this is not so much the breakthrough tip as the world here is to actually realize all of your accomplishments by recognizing all your accomplishments. But this is really more talking about you being at the end of the road. So unlike the fool, you have so much experience. And the outcome we have here for you is the star card. So, wow, this transformation is going to literally have you become a superstar and spread this illumination and enlightenment. This is you becoming an inspiring figure, and this transformation is facilitating your literal dreams coming true. Pile 1, this is very powerful. I dare say you're the most powerful pile here. Death in the World card is talking about your power here being absolute. And so the breakthrough tip here is in knowing that you have a totality and completion that gives you a range of all power. So the power that you have, you have full totality and limitless application with it. So you can literally use other superpowers through your abilities. And the star card is going to be you being one of the eons and leaders of the new world and the new age of Aquarius. You're one of the new stars. You're one of the stars of the new age. Beautiful. This could also be an appearance from Isis, a twin flame recognition. I love that. That was very inspiring. I feel like everyone who's seen that is blessed just by being in proximity and being there. So I love that. Pile 2. All right. So pile 2, the superpower that you are activating. Hermit. This to me feels like you activating specialist ability. Oh, this is fucking awesome. Whereas the first card was sponsored by the Scorpio signature, this is the Virgo signature. So this is your superpower is analogous to expertise in a certain field. But the way we want to say this is you're a specialist. So in a broad way, this is you specializing an ability that only you can do. Okay, this is the first. So it's not as distinct as just being unique, because everyone's unique in their own way. But this is like in a field of doctors being a special type of neurosurgeon that no one else in the world really does. So you're on demand because you're the only one that can do the type of surgery that you do. It's just so very key. It's like, yeah, you might be one of the rare few neurosurgeons, but there's a technique to how you do neurosurgery that no one else on the planet does. This is you activating special, let's say you read tarot like everyone else. You have a technique to read tarot that no one else can, and that has unique results every time. But the Hermit card is you cultivating the uniqueness and the individuality of your own being. There's a nuance to this that is very, very powerful, because the Hermit card is also saying you're activating your own personal wisdom. So this light for some of you is being able to, if you picked pile number 2, similar to pile number 1, but more emphasized here, you don't need knowledge from external sources. Like with the Hermit card, you're able to deduce your immediate environment and pick up information that will rival what's heard on the news. You could probably even beat the news, but this is just based on your personal mastery. So if you pick number 2, your superpower is your own sense of personal mastery that will make you a unique expert in your own field. There's something so much deeper here. The superpower that you kind of activate is one that no one else has too. And I hate saying that because everyone's superpowers, no one else is them, but it's more so the way that you form your technique. It's the way that you use all the powers that are accessible to everyone. So if you're a pile 2, you are the real deal. Anyone who picked pile 2 is the real deal. Pile 1 is going through a complete transformation. Pile 2, you're the real deal. Your skills are the real deal. You're self-taught, and like you have the ability to just master anything you put your mind to. But this is a super powered focus that strengthens the more you focus this power within. Right. And you're going to turn that feeling into power. That what used to be loneliness will be power with this mastery. The breakthrough for you is justice. So you're going to use this power. What this is, okay. The breakthrough tip for you is, because what you do is so unique, all sorts of people from all sorts of walks of life are going to want to use your power, especially a lot of people with money who are evil. So justice card is saying, as a breakthrough tip, make sure you use your powers for good in the most cliche way possible. Make sure that every action you take is in alignment with the highest light. Pile 1 got the World card, and the World card is aligned with integrity, but there's not, if pile one wanted to work with dark and shady characters, they actually could, just because of the authority they have, to which they won't be able to succumb to. This isn't about temptation. So it's not like, if it was the devil card, it's not like you're going to fall into temptation. The justice card is just making sure that every action you take is aligned in the side of justice. Now, the breakthrough tip here is also you balancing your karma here. Pile one got karmic completion. Pile two, the breakthrough tip for you is your karma is balanced because you live a life where you treat others fairly. Now, like, if you treated anyone unfairly, all these actions will come back to you, and justice means you have to pay for that. You know what I'm saying? If you're not really, if other people are doing the work in a relationship and you're not really doing that much work, now you're paying for that by them leaving the relationship. This is balance. It's justice. But the tip, this is a breakthrough tip. So that's really the intuition I get. Like, make sure, even if you're dealing with shady characters, make sure that the way you deal with them is fair. Okay. And that you're being treated fairly, because the justice card is like a lawyer making sure you're not getting taken advantage of. Okay. So pile two, you have like a secret recipe. Okay. And the outcome we have for you is the Tower card. And this is very interesting because with the Tower card, this was definitely the underlying theme we got for everyone. So the Tower card is talking about enlightenment that's going to strike you into success. I know that sounds like I'm sugarcoating things, because the Tower card has this very bad reputation of like screwing things up, and you see the illustration, but it's really that lightning strike of enlightenment, that because you are the master here as the Hermit, this Tower card is going to be very powerful for you. And so it's going to strike away anything in your life that's not aligned with truth. And so as the Hermit, master of adaptability, you're going to take advantage and exploit that. Like, if you're awakened, the Tower card is a bop because it'll just have everything happen quickly. The reason why most people can't handle that is because they haven't mastered their life. So when everything happens quickly, they can't keep up with it. And so they have to like play catch up. But anyway, that was very straightforward and powerful. And then pile number 3. The superpower that you are activating is temperance. So you are activating alchemy. This is kind of like the magician, but if you pick pile 3, you're activating alchemy, but most specifically the ability to manifest something from nothing. Pile 1 was Scorpio, 2 Virgo. This is Sagittarius. So you're able to manifest balance, but you're able to take elements from the subconscious and bridge them with the conscious. You're able to take opposing elements and bring balance to them. This is so subtle. It's very subtle because it's not a flashy superpower, but it literally works in every scenario. And if when you master a superpower like this, you literally have mastery over yin and yang. But even more powerfully, this gives you the ability to work with the dark and light. And justice is more of a balance card, but this is more moderation. This is more being able to work with both. So in the meaning of this card is going to really speak of putting your life in balance, taking a good approach and good management. But what this is really talking about is alchemy. So you're going to activate wisdom and knowledge of alchemic principles. And this is going to put you in a position to turn lead to gold, but more specifically, learn how to manifest anything from nothing. Okay. Go for it. So we do have, of course, the high priestess. The high priestess is saying that the more you listen to your intuition as a breakthrough tip, the more you're going to be tapped into this unseen realm and be guided to perform your alchemy. The high priestess is sacred wisdom and revelation from the veiled Isis that will script the wisdom of alchemy in your heart. So, for those of you who've seen Full Metal Alchemist, those who have seen truth usually have had to make a sacrifice. You're the one who's walked through the door of truth, and you don't need transmutation circles to perform alchemy. That's your superpower activation. You're able to, but the breakthrough tip is the more you listen to the inner voice within, the sharper and more effectively you will master your alchemy. There's going to be a temptation to be more mental with this and try and control externally, but you want to listen to that inner voice because you will be guided along with powerful synchronicities. And the more you follow that, you mean a master alchemist. So the outcome we have for you is the devil card. And this is really beautiful because the devil comes right after temperance. In order to combat the devil, you need temperance. If you don't have good management, the devil will come through and just succumb to your addictions. But if you have good management, you won't even have to dance with the devil. You'll be able to deal with it. So the devil card is this very powerful level of material success. If you picked pile 3, you're going to harness this devilish sense of power. Okay. You're going to be like with pile 3, you're going to bring your lifestyle to a balance that's going to bring out your body. It's going to bring out a very sexy part of you to where you're going to command a lot of material success. But the thing is, people who harness devil power lose themselves to what comes with it. The sex with people who are attracted to your body, the temptations with people who are attracted to your power. So using your temperance power will help you deal with the devil. Okay. Being able to practice, this power is not practicing moderation. The power is alchemy, but being able to really align with those virtues will help you deal with what comes with this. Okay. Devil power is very tempting. And because it's so egoic, devil power gets to one's head. Okay. Devil power is having a 10 and your body is so fucking sexy. It's steaming. It's controversial. It's taboo. For some of you, this could be someone who you attract. So temperance is Archangel Michael. That's the only one that's going to really help you balance and deal with that. Other than that, that was beautiful. We're going to end this here. I hope you enjoyed this. Whew. You guys stay blessed as always. And until next week.